With home prices going through the roof all over the country, people are showing some interest in West Virginia, particularly the Eastern Panhandle, because it's close to larger metro areas, but home prices are lower in those areas. So this video answers some of the questions we get from, is West Virginia a safe place to live, to who are the major employers, to is natural gas available? So those answers and more coming up. And by the way, our contact information is below. And if you're interested in learning about the Eastern Panhandle, consider subscribing. And also there's a link to our relocation guide down below. So first question, is the Eastern Panhandle a safe place to live? Yes, as a whole, it is very safe. There are pockets here and there where crime is higher, as the case with any area as you get closer to downtown. If you are venturing into a new area, it's always a good idea to familiarize yourself with those areas, those higher crime areas, and there's some good websites that offer that information. I use crimegrade.org when I travel to know what areas are safe to book a hotel. Charlestown has been named the safest town in West Virginia, but there are pockets there where you see red. That's the color. Crimegrade.org gives areas with more crime. Green indicates the safer areas. And if you look at the Eastern Panhandle, it's mostly green. So yes, as a whole, the Eastern Panhandle is a safe place to live. Next question. What does it cost to buy a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home in good shape? The median price of a home here is around $300,000, and that's going to buy a mid-sized, say 1,200 to 1,500 square feet, single-family home with a garage. And here's a sample of a home in Martinsburg, 1,500 square feet. There's no basement. It's to be built by Ryan Homes in Arcadia Springs subdivision. And the price is around $299,900. As you spend more, of course, the more square feet and amenities you'll be able to buy. A nice home in the mid 200s is probably going to be a townhome. And you know, right now, most homes for sale are new construction. There's just not a lot of resales, probably because homeowners are staying put rather than selling and taking on the high mortgage rates we have now. I think they're up to almost 8%. Next question. Who are the main employers in the Eastern Panhandle? There's 3 sectors that employ the largest number of people here. Federal government, trade and transportation, and hospitality. The Internal Revenue Service is a large government employer. That's in Berkeley County. Also the Coast Guard, the Department of Veterans Affairs, few others, the Customs and Border Protection Agency, that's in Jefferson County. And in Berkeley County, 3 recent fulfillment centers have opened here: Procter & Gamble, Macy's, and Amazon, and they account for a large number of jobs. The Hollywood Casino and Racetrack in Charlestown, they're big employers. The higher paying tech jobs are mostly going to be in adjoining states. And quite a few people live in the Eastern Panhandle, mostly in Jefferson and Berkeley County, and commute to the DC metro area in Maryland and Virginia. The Dulles Technology Corridor is about an hour drive from Berkeley and Jefferson County. The amount of people living in but working outside the Eastern Panhandle has really grown, and especially now that telecommuting is more available. Lots of people telecommute most of the week, then drive the 1-2 hour once or twice a week to their job. The MARC train, you can also take that. That has stations in Berkeley and Jefferson County. Next question. What is the healthcare like in the Eastern Panhandle? There's a full-service hospital and several urgent care centers in each county. A new hospital in Morgan County, that's part of the Valley Health System, and the Berkeley Medical Center in Martinsburg, and Jefferson Hospital in Charlestown. And both of those hospitals are part of the West Virginia University Health System. If you are part of the military, there's a large VA medical center in Berkeley County. And the Winchester Medical Center, that's about a 25-minute drive. It's a huge campus. It's probably where I would go for any surgery. Johns Hopkins in Maryland. There's George Washington in DC and Inova in Fairfax. They're all a couple hours away and really the best in the country. So healthcare access is very good in the Eastern Panhandle. Next question. Is there an income tax in West Virginia? There is. It was just reduced thanks to the efforts of Jim Justice. He has said the goal is to eliminate it altogether, but that hasn't quite happened yet. But if you add up the taxes, including income, real estate, and property taxes, the net you pay here is going to be lower than you'll pay in adjoining states. It's lots lower than Maryland. Next question. Is natural gas heat available in the Eastern Panhandle? In order for a home to have natural gas heat, there needs to be natural gas pipelines running underground through the area. And that's different, of course, than petroleum. You can buy that and have it delivered and stored in a tank. Natural gas is available in a few areas in Berkeley County. The Martinsburg downtown area has natural gas availability, plus a few areas outside town. The homes between downtown and Foxcroft Avenue, also the homes around War Memorial Park, that's west of downtown. Dry Run Commons is a small subdivision just northeast of Martinsburg. They have natural gas availability. There's a few others. Stonebridge, that's a subdivision east of downtown. Also Sycamore Village. There's an area north of the airport too. A few homes over there list as having natural gas heat according to the MLS. I've had one client insist that the home he buys have natural gas heat. We did find him something at Stonebridge, and that's the subdivision just east of downtown Martinsburg. Last question. Do West Virginians distrust outsiders? That's something people get from the Appalachia stereotypes in movies like Deliverance. People think that was filmed in West Virginia, but actually it was Georgia. And, that may have been true back in the early days when Appalachia culture was secluded and illegal moonshine stills were dotted throughout the mountains, but it couldn't be further from the truth today. Because of the proximity to the DC metro area, the Eastern Panhandle is a blend of a more progressive lifestyle and traditional West Virginia culture. But to answer the question, the Eastern Panhandle is a friendly, welcoming place to visit and to live. One more question. That was not the last one. There's one more. And this question is along the same line. Why do West Virginians wave at strangers when they are driving? When we moved up here, that is one of the things I noticed. We lived in Berkeley Springs, and when that would happen, I'd ask my husband, who was that? But, it's part of the culture to acknowledge each other. So whether driving or passing someone on a walk, it's likely you'll be waved at or acknowledged in some way. Actually, there's one more question. Is everyone a Republican? No, there's some more liberal areas in the Eastern Panhandle. Shepherdstown, a college town, is known to lean more liberal. West Virginia does tend to lean more conservative as a whole, but there's a mix in the Eastern Panhandle. Okay, that's it. Those are some of the questions we get. We get more. If you're curious about this area, we're here to help, so be sure to contact us. Our relocation guide has a lot of good information, and you can download that at our website, meetmeinthepanhandle.com/relocation guide. And the video to the right goes a little deeper into what it's like in this area, so check that out. And I thank you for tuning in. I'll see you next week.